Hey everyone, Jay here, and in today's video, I'm going to give you guys 5 tips on working from home. I think the number one best advice that I could give anybody is get dressed. When I first started working from home back in 2006, I was, in my mid 20s and I thought I was like the greatest thing since I was able to work from home. So I would not set my alarm. I'd wake up at like 9 a.m. and I wouldn't take a shower. I'd stumble to my computer and I'd work from my pajamas. And I quickly found out that this is like the worst thing that you can do. It took me a couple of years, but like the best thing that you can do is shower and get dressed. It might be different for some of you, but for me, the best thing to do is to shower, get dressed, as that signals to my brain that, okay, I'm getting dressed, I'm getting ready, I'm gonna go to work. When you stumble out of bed in your pajamas, yes, that's a perk, but it also decreases your productivity because for me, it doesn't signal to my brain that it's time to go to work. The second tip that I can give to people who work from home is to get a dedicated space to do your work. Back in March 2020, I think everybody was forced to work from home and people were kind of scrambling around trying to figure out, where am I going to do my work? Where can I separate from my boyfriend or girlfriend or from my partner, my husband or wife, where they're going to do their work and where can I do my work? And for us, for me and my family, my wife would work from the bedroom and then I would set up my office, my laptop at the dining table. Now the problem with that is the dining table, its number one purpose is not to work from. It's where to eat, have your meals, and definitely not a place to work. So I would drag my laptop out there, get my notebook and my pen and pencil, and I'd have to set myself up every day. And it's not ideal because when the day is done, I still have my work stuff and maybe I'm not finished with whatever it is that I'm doing. And now it's time for dinner and I got to clean all that stuff up and I'll forget where I was working at before. Now I recently set up this whole desk set up behind me in the corner of the bedroom, and just that one small step, getting this all set up, has made a huge difference in my productivity when it comes to working from home. I now have a dedicated space where I can work, be creative, or just do whatever I need to do on my computer, and I have a dedicated space for doing that. And it's been one of the best things for me because I can set it up the way that I want to, I can decorate it, I can keep it clean, and it's meant only for working and it's not meant for anything else. The third tip that I can give people is to take breaks. One of the best things about working from home is that you can take breaks. This takes a bit amount of discipline. You have to be able to get all the work done that you need to get done before you can, break up your day in the middle of the day to take breaks. But one of the best things that I like to do is to take breaks. I'll either go to the gym or go for a walk outside, and it's a nice way to break up the monotony of the workday. I know when you're in an office, you can either, take a walk down to the break room, or you can walk over to your coworkers and kind of, just catch up with some small talk. But when you're working from home, you don't necessarily have that. So I force myself to take breaks. I will go to the gym, I'll snack, I'll catch up on social media, or I'll go and run errands. And it's a great way for me to stay sane, to be social, and I'll do that by taking breaks throughout the workday. Another advantage from working from home, and something that I advise people who do work from home, is to run errands. It's one of the greatest things about working from home is that you can go to the store, you can buy groceries, you can run your errands when it's less busy. And I love to do this. I love to break up my workday. It goes along with the previous tip of taking breaks. I love to run errands during the day when it's less busy. It's one of the advantages of working from home, so I highly suggest that people take advantage of that. My last tip for people who work from home is to socialize. Working from home has a number of advantages, but one of the disadvantages is that you're working from home, usually solo, and you're disconnected from your coworkers and from your colleagues. One of the things I like to do is to purposely be social. I have a couple group texts that I'm a part of with my friends. I'll check in with them throughout the day. I have a number of Slack channels with a group of nerds, tech nerds that I'll drop into, and I'll just scroll through and see what everybody's talking about. Part of a number of Discords where I can, same thing with the Slack channels. It's a bunch of dads or a bunch of tech nerds that I'll just drop in whenever I have a second during the day, and I'll socialize, even if it is digital. It's nice to connect to other people, and sometimes it gets lonely when you're working from home. I highly suggest you have that group of coworkers that you reach out to, or a group of friends, or like I said in the previous tips, is one of the things I like to do is just to go outside and run some errands. And when I drop off my dry cleaning, I'll catch up with my dry cleaning dude, or I'll just make it a point to talk to the cashier when they're checking me out at the grocery store. So we're social creatures by nature, and I highly suggest that you purposely reach out to your colleagues, your coworkers, or just go out while you're running errands just to be friendly and social with other human beings. It helps out when you're working from home. Working from home has a lot of benefits. Number one being the flexibility. I would never give up the flexibility of a remote work from home job for anything else unless they gave me a huge bag of money. But the flexibility is by far the number one advantage. I can do a lot of things during the day as long as I'm getting my work done, but just having the flexibility to run errands, to pick up my kids at school, or to drop them off if I need to, without having them go to like after school care or anything like that. It's one of the best things about working from home. Another benefit that I would never give up about working from home is the lack of a commute. Now granted, I do have to go into the office at least once a week and see customers once or twice a week. Most days I'm here working from home, or I can set my schedule to where I'm not commuting during rush hour. I can go do my visits and stuff during the middle of the day. And I wouldn't give that flexibility up for anything unless they gave me, a ton of money. There are some downsides to working from home. It's easily to get distracted. You do have that disconnect with your colleagues and your coworkers, and you don't have somebody necessarily overseeing your work, which is, I think is a benefit. But as long as you're disciplined and as long as you follow these tips for working from home, I think you can be way more productive working from home than going to an office every day. So those are my 5 tips for being productive when you work from home. If you have any other tips that others could use, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.